What's good, everybody? It's SK Unlimited. We put this video out maybe it was months ago when we first heard about this case, but we feel like it didn't give enough traction. We were just new on our channel and we didn't know how to put things out and tag it right and everything, so it didn't get enough traction. And this story right here really touched us, so I'm re-putting it out. I know there ain't no word, but I'm re-putting it out so y'all can just tell us what y'all think about it. You would not see our faces in this video. We just had clips and we were just talking over it. But we really want y'all to look more into this case. It's nothing really more to see, but this story really touched us. So y'all let us know in the comments below. All right, let's just get into it.
For Bastrop Chief of Police say they received a call from the Morehouse Parish Sheriff's Office around 4:45 on Sunday about crowd control and were notified human remains had been found in a wooded area near Daisy and Vesta Street. The family of a missing teenager believed the body found last night in Bastrop was Ashley Barnes. Ashley's father says they filed a missing persons report Thursday night. The family says they later got a message from Ashley's friend who tracked her phone to a location on Daisy and Vesta Street. They say they went there and searched the location with consent from the owner. Later, while walking down a trail, they said they found a body rolled up in a carpet in a wooded area near the location.
What's good, everybody? This is S&K Unlimited, and we got a crazy story for you today.
Yes, it involves a 14-year-old girl, unfortunately, from Bastrop, Louisiana. On June the 20th, a report had been made about a missing girl. Her family had reported her missing after she didn't come home one night. The family started their own search party shortly after that. They were looking for their daughter, Ashley Barnes. A friend allegedly messaged the family sometime later saying that she had tracked down Ashley's phone. She stated that the phone was somewhere near a street called Vesta Street. That's a heavily wooded area near an abandoned home in a residential neighborhood. According to the Bastrop police officers, upon searching that area, they did find the remains in a wooded area at 1510 Daisy Street on June 23rd. It was the body of Ashley Barnes. A felony arrest warrant was later issued by the Bastrop police for a 44-year-old man. Listen, Montrell Holmes. He was arrested for unaliving 14-year-old Ashley Barnes on June 27th. The U.S. Marshal Service had tracked him down in Arizona by using cell phone towers to track him down. He was arrested for second-degree unaliving. This is disturbing, to say the least. And what's more disturbing, y'all gotta check out his Facebook page. It's still currently up if you wanted to check it out for yourself.
I'm going to have some pictures on the screen of the screenshots of some of the things that he said on Facebook.
Right.
Listen, this case is crazy because the girl was 14 years old.
Right.
And I feel like she had a whole life ahead of her.
Yes.
And a 44-year-old grown-ass man going to take the life. Right. He's going to SA her and take her life. All because of his sexual pleasures.
Right.
For his lust and perversions.
Right. Let me say this. Okay. We all know that sometimes girls can be girls. I was one of those girls that we all, the man want to talk to me. Oh, you be happy, you be excited, because in your eyes, it's different when you're desired by somebody older. You know, it gives you, as a young person, it gives your confidence a boost, you know? Yeah.
And I can say too, as a man, when I was younger, I'm gonna be honest with you, we not ready for this conversation, but when I was younger, I was attracted to older women.
Right.
It excited you more when an older woman said something to you, even being a teenager.
Right.
That's a conversation for a whole another video, but I can understand where you're coming from when you said that.
I made that point because some people have started to say things about the family members, saying that it was the family's fault, I guess, for not protecting her.
Right.
And I was making that point because in the black community, we always say, y'all young girls being hot in the butt.
Right.
You know, y'all out there doing this and doing that. when we're young girls being young, we're exploring our own self, trying to figure out what we like, what we don't like. We are in our adolescence, we're growing and feeling things. So it's only normal to kind of be interested in somebody that's interested in you and they happen to be older. There's absolutely something wrong with it. I'm just saying it's not as abnormal as people try to make it seem.
Right.
Every young girl goes through it. Every young boy goes through it.
Right.
So people were trying to say her family is at fault to why she may have gone missing or how she came in contact with this man. And I want to say by no means is it her fault. She's a young child and she had no idea the situations or circumstances that were going to arise. And so the story goes that he picked her up some kind of way. I don't know how they know each other. I don't know how they came in contact with each other, but he supposedly picked her up, was supposed to be giving her a ride. So some of these screenshots that you may see, and one screenshot, it was a messenger screenshot. I don't know if we're going to be able to find that one, but it's saying something where some guy was saying, and these are one of the guys that was questioned, was saying, if Ashley's at your house, they about to come and get you or something like that.
Right.
And he said, man, if y'all don't get off my phone with this mess, he said some other words, but we can't say those words. Right. And he said, if y'all don't get off my phone with this mess, and basically somebody was trying to warn him of getting rid of her. Right. Even when he had Ashley in his car, it's reported that one of the guys that was originally arrested said, I was trying to tell him to get that baby out that car and take her home. He did not listen. And now he's in jail. What do you think?
And they allegedly said that they think one of her friends set her up.
Yeah, that's another story.
Yeah, that's going around. We don't know the full story about that, but that does sound like it could have happened too.
It's possible.
Because the other friend was supposed to ride with Montrell, but she ended up going with her. Ashley went with Montrell.
Right.
And like I said, this whole case makes me sad and upset because she's 14 and she had a whole life ahead of her.
Yeah.
And some man's sick P-word he just wanted to do what he wanted to do, and then he's going to unalive her, and that just don't make no sense to me.
Yeah, it's really sad. But this is another thing that I like to point out: real life things that we sometimes don't want to face and don't want to talk about. Another thing is y'all got to get y'all daughters off of these phones and off of social media. Whatever excuse you have to have your girls out there on these phones, and I got to keep in touch with my kids because I work, that's an excuse. Kids back in the day stayed their behinds at home and in the house until parents got off from work.
Right.
We did not have anything but a house phone. So what's the difference between now and then? Nothing. Your kids are more vulnerable with the cell phone than back in the day when you didn't have one, because now adult men know how to contact them.
Yes.
They persuade them and guide them into, or grooming them into making videos, and they end up selling videos on the dark web.
Yes.
Y'all think it's not out here, it's out here.
Yes. Watch your daughters.
Yes.
They on TikTok.
Yes.
They're on Instagram.
They're on Twitter.
I was just scrolling.
Snapchat.
Yeah, I was just scrolling through, and I see some things on. Oh, I'm on Instagram now. I'm just looking at funny reels. Got your daughters out there doing crazy stuff.
Yes.
Y'all got
girls dancing and twerking. That's not normal.
That's not. Pay attention to your kids.
Right.
I know that in this case right here, Ashley Barnes' mom had died, and the father, he probably was just working, trying to make money for the household, and you can't watch your kids 24/7.
Right. That's true.
But at the same time, you got to have somebody there, or somebody you trust to, hey, watch my daughter.
Right.
And you got to instill in her, don't talk to these older men. It's not worth it.
All right. I guess that's what I was saying. Like, because people think I have my daughter or son's cell phone and I can contact them at any second. But while you're not available, say if you're at work and you're not around, what are they doing with their phones?
Right.
They're not just watching YouTube videos. They're on these weird sites, and there's so many sites. Excuse me. I was trying to find the neighborhood app where you download the neighborhood app and then you talk to friends about local things, yard sales. Excuse me. I'm a little under the weather, y'all. And then all of these weirdo apps kept popping up. They're similar to WhatsApp.
Mm-hmm.
And they have people in foreign countries on there, all kind of stuff. Watch your kids, watch their phones, put those apps that allow you to see what they're going on, block. There are certain apps you can get to block different websites.
Yes.
Priority, make your kids a priority. Keeping them safe on their cell phones is another way you can keep them, and do what Ashley's friend did and track the phones, track your kids' phones, their locations.
Right.
It's a different world we're living in now. You got to just find different ways to keep your kids safe.
Right. Even though this story is about Ashley Barnes, we want to put our input in it and discuss about how that people need to protect their kids.
Right.
And, we use this as a way of venting our thoughts about our,
Yeah. We don't blame the dad or the family, like what I was saying before. We don't blame them. We're just saying that this is just a prime example of how a child can come into contact with somebody.
Right.
And this is one of the unfortunate events that a lot of people are dealing with. So many girls are missing now. I mean, like hundreds of thousands of girls are missing within the last 5 to 10 years. And you know what happens most of the time? They're lured away by somebody on a cell phone.
Right.
Believe it or not, you do the background research on yourselves. Like, there's a lot going on with words I can't use, so I'm just going to say
right.
But yeah, just keep your kids safe.
Involving this case right here, I just want to say that I'm glad they found him. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to say this in the most nicest way I can say it. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I hope that he rot in the jail.
Yes.
He needs.
Well, I hope they give him hell up in there.
Yes. I'm trying to be nice.
Yeah, in the worst kind of way. I ain't being nice.
For YouTube standards. Oh man, hey, I just hope Big Bubba grab him,
yes,
and do the same thing he did to her.
Yep. Somebody's gonna find out that story and make sure he at least have it hard. Yes. And I hope that they do. Also, I want to just bring up one point that we can just go ahead and end this if y'all are gonna be in the comments and let's talk about it.
Yes.
Bastrop, Louisiana is I think they're saying it's a little small town. I'm not sure, but that's what everybody's saying from the news footage. There have been a lot of other unalivings that have been very mysterious in that same little small town.
Right.
So this is another point that I want to bring up, that something's not right. I'm not saying that one person's involved. I'm just saying something's just not right. I know times are crazy, but y'all got to look into some of those stories. Some of the ways that people have been found unalive is kind of suspicious.
I think some serious action going on right now.
Yeah, it may be.
Yeah.
Just as they didn't want to recognize another situation that was happening with a lot of young girls, and then they end up having found this young girl on body parts on the beach.
Yeah.
And she was, I think she was meeting a guy off of some kind of date Tinder app or something like that.
Right.
But it comes to find out he had been doing this to other people. So when you say serial unaliver, they don't want to go with that. Police don't even want you to say those words. Right. But it's true. You've got to stop paying attention to the news. Some of these things aren't just random occurrences. They are being done by one particular person.
Right.
Yeah.
We just wanted to talk about this situation, the story of Ashley Barnes. But we would love y'all feedback in the comments. We would like to see how do y'all feel about what we said, what the things that we added in, and the whole Ashley Barnes situation.
And don't forget to take a look at Montrell's Facebook page.
Yes.
Some of the comments are still up there. Well, everything's still up there. The stuff that he made, the comments, and we're going to try to look for that messenger conversation that he had with another guy when somebody was trying to warn him that police were on the way when he had the little girl possibly with him.
And what's that word they say? Deflect. Yeah, he was trying to deflect it off him.
Right.
And
he was like, I don't know what y'all talking about.
Yeah,
like,
he knew what they was talking about.
Yeah, of course.
But thank y'all again for listening to us. This is SNK Unlimited. Like I said, we look forward to seeing y'all comments.
Until next time.
Like, share, subscribe to the channel.